It is exposure that actually changes you. मैंने जो बात की थी जिस तरह अपने जो मेरे डर थे खौफ थे जो मैं थोड़ी सेंसिटिव थी वो तो मैं भी हूँ इमोशनली बट वो सारी चीज़ें एक्सपोजर ने मुझे ओवरकम करने में बहुत ज़्यादा हेल्प किया एज अ गर्ल पाकिस्तान में it has become so important because it really changes you. Exposure changes you. Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm Zara Naeem Dar and some of you may know me as the girl who topped an ACCA exam globally and some of you might know me from Instagram. I make videos, transition videos, makeup videos. I do everything that I love. So today's talk is based around changing narratives and I'm gonna give it something that I know मेरे से पहले इतने amazing speakers बोल कर गए and I really look up to you. I really do. I loved your talk. I enjoyed it. So I'm really honored to be sharing the stage with such amazing people, leaders and believers. And थोड़ा सा मैं अपना भी बता देती हूँ. A little bit of what I've achieved. I was named the Pride of Pakistan 2021 and I was, well, because I advocate for women's education, sort of young, I'm 24, I was given the title for a woman trailblazer in the field of education by the president, which is, I'm really honored. Thank you so much, thank you. And currently, so I'm working with different NGOs, really well-known NGOs in Pakistan as a brand ambassador for education because it is something that I believe lack करती है थोड़ी सी लड़कियों को लेकर अब तो obviously we have progressed a lot as a nation and women are becoming more empowered and exposure भी बढ़ गया है. Oh, coming to, I'm going to be talking a lot about exposure. So, because I chose a field that is completely not so normal, accountancy, because it is considered a male-dominant field in Pakistan. But let me tell you, ACCA, the Association of Chartered Accountancy, is a female-dominated membership. About 52%, if I'm not wrong, of the student body of ACCA are women. So, yeah, मैं majority में fall करती हूँ. But today's talk is just going to be around changing your own narrative, expanding your horizons and your exposure so you don't regret your life choices. Like, I don't regret mine. I was scared, but I don't regret any, and I want you all to do the same. So starting off, अपनी थोड़ा सा अपनी लाइफ के बारे में बताते हुए when I was in my O-levels and this may come as a surprise to some people कि वो इतनी कितनी 178 something countries में I topped and ये लड़की बता रही है कि I was so bad at accounting when I started my O-levels. I was so bad. Please don't take inspiration from me. उस time की. I'm not proud about it. Okay, I tried. Okay, I struggled, but I tried really hard. So my dad had got me a personal tutor because I really needed the help. I went into business because my dad was like, oh, just go for something easy. You don't have to become a doctor. Alhamdulillah, my dad was the kind, he was in the army and he was always of the opinion कि लड़कियों को अपनी मर्जी से करना चाहिए जो करना है. मैंने नहीं कहना आप डॉक्टर बनो, इंजीनियर बन जाओ, आर्ट्स में चली जाओ. No, nothing like that. So I had the liberty to choose for myself. So he asked me, okay, चलो business पढ़ लो. And I thought that was the easy route. So I chose business, accounting, economics in O-levels and मैंने कहा easy, सब हो जाएगा. And I was so bad. खैर, with time, as I worked, my private tutor, when he worked on me in accountancy, he really, I'm standing here because of him. So if you watch this, thank you so much. I've forgotten your name because I was small, but thank you. So he was the first person who said to me, after having worked on me, of course, that I should pursue a professional qualification in accountancy. And I was like, whoa, wait, I'm not good at this. Why are you saying that? And he said, no, you can actually do it. You just need some practice and you'll be good. You have the brains. You're all about numbers. I was like, no, he's just saying that because he's obviously पढ़ा रहे हैं मुझे तो. मैंने तब नहीं सुनी. मैंने कहा बस ठीक है मेरे CIEs अच्छे हो जाएं, I'm good to go. I sat my CIEs, I got an A, I was very happy. I was like, whoa, okay, maybe थोड़ी सी बात सच है उनकी. I have something in me. Cut to my A-levels. My A-levels accounting tutor said the same thing. He's like, you should go for, I don't know, something in accounting. It's like, why do my teachers keep saying that? Okay, he definitely saw something similar in me, and then I decided, okay, I shouldn't go for a degree because initially, not gonna lie, I was very scared. Okay, if I go for a professional qualification and I don't make it through all the way, फिर मैं क्या करूँगी? I won't have a degree to fall on to. मुझे थोड़ा सा वो होता है ना, accept कैसे करेंगे लोग कि मैंने degree नहीं है मेरे पास, undergraduate. फिर मैंने सोचा कि नहीं, I need to change how I'm thinking. I need to not be so pessimistic. And I decided that I'll just go for ACCA. देखी जाएगी, कोई बात नहीं होगा. And my dad was very chill. He was like, what's the worst that can happen? You'll fail, so it's fine. I was like, okay, if I have the support, I'll just go for it. I pursued it. I was very scared. I was so scared. And not gonna lie, I had a very bumpy life at the time when I had just started. And my friend is here, she would know I went through some pretty bad challenges. Those I'll talk about some other time. But I made it through. And I took on the challenge, and मैंने वो चीज़ की जो जिसका मुझे डर था, जिससे मैं डरती थी. I had the faith in me, and I said, Allah Mia, please help me. मैं रोज़ अपनी अम्मा को दबा कर सोती थी कि please मुझे ये चीज़ achieve करनी है अपने लिए. I know people see it in me, and I see it in myself too. And now I'm known, not just in Pakistan, I'm not bragging, but just letting you know, that because I took on the challenge and because I worked so hard and so consistently, I topped globally in financials, which is considered male-oriented. And it's something that I'm really, really, really proud of, because I challenged the societal norm. Okay, so a few things that I don't want to miss out on is, okay, so while we're talking about perspectives, मैंने यहाँ पर बात की है थोड़ी पढ़ाई से relevant and how it was different, but I went ahead with it. Social media, जो एक और मेरी side है, उस पर भी मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा, मुझे क्या, बहुत सारे लोगों को, oh, you know, social media is bad, it does more bad than good, and there's only so much you can get out of it. No, that is not true. Because you're on social media, I see your videos there, and I take inspiration from people like you. So I have some following. There's a junior, मैं एक छोटी सी story बताती हूँ. A junior that I have, Huzaifa Jamil, he basically messaged me some time back, 2 months back, and he's like, hi Zara, I'm just texting you to let you know that I beat you. I was like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, you topped globally, and I took you as my inspiration, and I had set the goal that I want to beat your score. And I did. And believe you me, it made me so happy. I only focused on the part where he said that I took inspiration from you, and I set the goal of beating you, and I did. It made me, actually, मैं जितना खुद के टाइम पर खुश हुई थी, मैं उससे ज़्यादा खुश हुई कि यार, okay, he's just seen me on social media. I do talk to my people, the little family that I have. Okay, this is how to go about things. This is how I balance my personal life. I enjoy, I go out, I do my hair, I do my makeup, and I study. And that boy, he took inspiration from me. I'm some small, why? How did this happen? Point is, social media isn't bad. It's not all bad, it's just how you look at it, what you take out of it. I have mothers of young girls message me saying that, Zara, I really want my daughter to turn out like you. And that brings me so much joy, and I wouldn't change anything about it. I wouldn't, even though it's really a bad place for some people like me who are very sensitive, because you do get criticized on social media. These platforms are not all safe. There are some people out there who are not so kind, but वही बात है कि आपको खुद के जो आप दूसरों को फ़ायदा पहुंचा सकते हैं, that really outweighs the negative of social media. I'm an advocate for spreading awareness and telling people what's good and what's not, mostly what's good through social media, because I believe that can really, really make a difference. So, I just want to make sure I don't miss out on anything. Outside exposure. So when I was young, my father used to, I talk about my dad a lot and I regard him highly because, well, we're all what we are because of our parents. When I was younger, he used to ask me to go horseback riding the day before I had to sit my final exam. And I used to think, why won't you just let me study? And he's like, no, just go out, do it for half an hour, 40 minutes, I don't care, you have to go. And I'd be like, no, my back's aching, I can't, I have to study, I have to revise. And he'd say, no, I want you to go. And at that time, I was very young. I would be one of the 2 girls in a pool of 20, 30 guys riding horses. Not so comfortable, but that exposure, it helped me build so much confidence and so much confidence in myself that, oh, this is something that guys do, not so many girls, and I'm doing it. And there were days when I'd be leading all the people behind me, and I'd feel so empowered. And I thank my dad for pushing me to do that. He would take me to the shooting ranges and ask me, okay, chalo beta, gun pakdo. मुझे G3 पकड़ा के और लिटा दिया, मैंने कहा यार मैं कैसे करूं? But all of that exposure, it was so important, because no offense to any guy here, आप सब बहुत अच्छे हैं, and I hope and I pray that you do amazing, but not a lot of guys even have the courage to stand here and talk in front of an audience, and I can today because I got that exposure. Thank you. So, it is exposure that actually changes you. मैंने जो बात की थी, जिस तरह अपने जो मेरे डर थे, खौफ थे, जो मैं थोड़ी सेंसिटिव थी, वो तो मैं भी हूँ इमोशनली, बट वो सारी चीज़ें एक्सपोजर ने मुझे ओवरकम करने में बहुत ज़्यादा हेल्प किया एज अ गर्ल. Pakistan mein, it has become so important because it really changes you. Exposure changes you. And while we're at the topic of changing, I'm going to wrap this up. हम लोग टेंशन लेते हैं कि सोसाइटी क्या सोच रही है. सोसाइटी का नैरेटिव क्या है? Narrative is how you look at a story. Okay, some people would be really appreciative of me, and some people, they're not so much because they view my story differently. कि oh नहीं ऐसे तो नहीं होना चाहिए. Why is she doing this? Why is she doing that? ये तो नहीं करना चाहिए. She shouldn't be wearing makeup. I get that a lot. कि तुम्हें सिर्फ पढ़ना ही चाहिए. Why? What is important is that your inner narrative is what shapes the narrative of how you view the society. आपका जो अपना inner narrative है, आपको उस पे focus करना है. I was reading this article the other day that read that your inner narrative consists of, and I don't want to, your reconstructed past, your perceived present, and your imagined future. अब आप इसमें गौर करें तो there's subjective adjectives. There's no set in stone definition for जो आपका अपना inner narrative है. So you decide that for yourself and you build around it. आपको restrict होने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. अगर आप हो रहे हैं, then it is because of yourself. ठीक है, the society and everything plays a huge role, लेकिन you can change that once you change what's inside of you. Yeah, I think I'm almost done. Now, I want to take you guys on to a few things. If I could just have it on the screen here. Yeah, okay. I was about to वो करना था, but it's okay, it's fine. Okay. You read what's on the screen. I'll just talk about it a bit. Now you have to take these things into consideration. I don't think I'll be needing this. No? Yeah. Okay. You have to take these things into consideration when you want to change your narrative. And मैं ये बात कर रही हूँ जिस तरह हमारी कुछ अक्सर केसेस में और आजकल तो जैसे हालात भी हमारी अप्रोच काफ़ी पेसिमिस्टिक हो जाती है चीज़ों को लेके. ओह नो दिस इज़न्ट सो नॉर्मल, तो आई कांट डू दिस. मैं कैसे ये चीज़ अचीव कर सकता हूँ या कर सकती हूँ. आई एम नॉट जस्ट टॉकिंग ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ वुमेन, इवन मैन फेस दिस इशू. बहुत सारी चीज़ें होती हैं जो मर्दों को बहुत ज़्यादा टेंशन में रख रही हैं आजकल. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to let go of the negative, and you have to be sure that you're capable and that you are enough. खुद को आप मुझे मेरे अब्बू सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, मेरी अम्मी सपोर्ट कर रही हैं, मेरे फ्रेंड्स सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, वो सब चीज़ें बहुत सेकेंडरी होती हैं. You have to first start believing in yourself and you have to be your biggest supporter. जब तक आप खुद को अलाउ नहीं करोगे that you can make an effort and you can make mistakes at the same time, that doesn't make you a loser. No, it doesn't. It just means that you're brave enough to take the chance to try and change your own perspective, to try and change your own narrative and the society's narrative. आप एक नेगेटिव चीज़ को बिल्कुल पॉजिटिव बना सकते हो, but it all starts from self-awareness and your belief in yourself. दूसरी चीज़, अच्छा, and it's very important that you take baby steps. हर किसी के लिए big jumps और वो चीज़ें काम नहीं करती हैं. तो even if you're making small little progress, just know that it is an action that inspires more action. उसी तरह आपकी progress होती है, and you have to be committed. आप चाहे मर्द हैं चाहे औरत हैं. I was just talking to you in the room कि यही बात है कि people, women especially आजकल हमारी सोसाइटी में थोड़ा एज मिल जाता है, और ये मसला भी होता है that they lack consistency because उनको लगता है ओके एक चीज़ हो गई बस ओके इनफ, अब मुझे थोड़ा एज मिल सकता है. नो, दैट्स नॉट द केस. अगर आप इस तरह की सोच रखेंगे और आप वो स्टेप्स नहीं लेते रहेंगे तो you're only going to be static and you're going to fall back to zero. So don't do that. Don't disappoint yourself. Don't disappoint others. Number 2, you need to transform your limiting belief into positive belief. इसका मतलब ये है कि हमारा वही जिस तरह मुझे था कि यार मैं तो I am really bad at accounting. How will I do this? वो मेरी अपनी सोच थी. It wasn't something set in stone. वो चीज़ मुझे restrict कर रही थी, वो एक मेरी self created conviction थी कि वो मुझे ये मसला है. ठीक है, आते हैं issues, but आप खुद उनको change कर सकते हो और आपने ही उनको नेगेटिव से पॉजिटिव बनाना है. ऑल्सो समथिंग सो इम्पॉर्टेंट, मैं सबसे ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ के बारे ये मैं अपने आप को भी बहुत समझाती हूँ और मैं एनी वन एंड एवरी वन हु इज़ डियर टू मी. अगर मैंने कोई कदम उठाया है और मुझे लग रहा है यार ये गलत हो गया, आई नीड टू नॉट बी स्ट्रेस्ड अबाउट इट. टेक अ ब्रेथ एंड थिंक ओके, नो नेगेटिव रिग्रेट्स, पॉजिटिव रिग्रेट्स ओनली. Don't punish yourself because if you do, आपने वो downward spiral में जाना है और जाते ही रहना है. आपको there's only so much you get out of being negative. To just have that faith कि okay, it's okay, I made a mistake, I tried to do something, didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. Let's think of an alternative way. लेकिन negative regret कभी भी अपनी ज़िंदगी में नहीं लाने देना. And trust me, अगर ये चीज़ आप अपनी लाइफ में ले आएंगे ना तो आप you'll thank me. You will really thank me because it changes so much for you. Now, okay, I don't have to change the slide. So, okay, third चीज़, you have to expect setbacks. मैंने अगर सोचा है कि मैं बहुत ज़्यादा पॉजिटिव हो गई हूँ, yes, सब कुछ बेस्ट हो गया लाइफ में, ज़रूरी नहीं है कि I've made it where I think that I have. क्योंकि एक आदत भी, कोई हैबिट भी होती है तो वो अपनाने में आपको एटलीस्ट 3 महीने तो लग जाते हैं, मतलब यही कहा जाता है, that's a known fact. So if you're working towards changing your narrative or the way you look at things, it's okay if you fall back into old patterns. कोई टेंशन की बात नहीं है, देयर इज़ नो रश. आपने खुद को खुश रखना है सबसे ज़्यादा. एंड just don't stress out if you fall back onto something. It's just important कि आप उस चीज़ के लिए continuously you keep working towards it. And lastly, सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी चीज़, know it is you who makes the story. जो आपकी अपनी story है, आप अपने बारे में क्या सोचते हैं, you need to be content with yourself. I'm not saying that just sit and do nothing and just be happy with yourself. No, don't do that. Lekin if you're working towards something, if you're wanting to make a change, bring a change, if you're wanting to do something positive, kuch acha karna cha rahe hain, to give yourself credit even if other people aren't. Trust me, jab main shuru mein, I wasn't so well known or I wasn't known by many. There were so few those जो कि मुझे सपोर्ट करते थे. मेरी फैमिली में ही, नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट माई इमीडिएट फैमिली, मेरे कज़न्स और पता नहीं कौन कौन, नो वाई वुड अ गर्ल गो इनटू अकाउंटेंसी, तुम्हारे तो बाल सफ़ेद हो जाएंगे, तुम्हें तो पूरी ज़िंदगी पढ़ती रहोगी, ये करोगी वो करोगी. दे वर सो डिस्करेजिंग टूवर्ड्स मी. तब मैं बातें थोड़ी दिल पे भी लेती थी, लेकिन मैं कहती थी इट्स ओके, चलो होंगे बाल लाए कर लेंगे, कोई बात नहीं. लेकिन अब नाउ दैट आई एम वेयर आई एम, they come and take pictures with me every time they see me, and it makes me really happy. ठीक है, because I made that story for myself. मैंने खुद को खुश किया, मैंने उनकी नहीं सुनी. उन्होंने कहा इसको आर्ट्स में डाल दें, इसको डॉक्टर बना दें. मेरे अब्बू ने मुझे नहीं कहा, आप क्यों कह रहे हैं. ठीक है, तो it is you who makes your story, and it is you who needs to be happy and content. It is you who needs to strive. आपको कल को किसी ने आके कुछ नहीं पूछना, खुद को खुश रखें और खुद के लिए करते रहें. And to end this, just want to say that this is the realization which holds a lot of power. अब मैं बात ख़त्म करती हूँ यहीं पे, बिकॉज आई कुड गो ऑन. ठीक है, आई एम रियली हैप्पी. यहाँ पे मैं नस्ट में आया करती थी अपनी बहन को ड्रॉप करने. मैंने कभी नहीं सोचा था कि मैं यहाँ पे स्टेज पे खड़ी होकर बात करूँगी आप सबसे. तो आई एम रियली हैप्पी एंड आई होप दैट यू गॉट समथिंग गुड आउट ऑफ माई टॉक. थोड़ा बहुत कुछ नहीं था तो follow me on Instagram. I often do live sessions and I talk to my people there. And it's really fun and I hope you all have a great day. And आखिरी चीज़ जो मैं ज़रूर कहना चाहती हूँ, जो मैं हमेशा कहना चाहती थी, पिछली भी TED Talk में मैंने नहीं बोली थी. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.